So hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. So it's time to talk about episode 9. If you haven't seen episode 9 yet, that's fine, you can come back next week, whatever. When I did the reactions for 11A, so like the first 8 episodes, AMC Plus was already a thing. They were airing the episodes a week before, and I don't know, it sucks to feel so left out, you know what I'm saying? Having to wait the week and having to not only like avoid spoilers, because people are really good at like tagging spoilers and stuff, so you can avoid them if you want to. But I don't know, like it's the last season and I was like, I don't want to wait, okay? I've already waited enough. The last year or 2 years, whatever, been rough enough. I don't want to wait. So a bitch discovered AMC Plus, and that's why I'm uploading the days I'm uploading. It's weird, because when I was doing the first 8 episodes, all I kept getting is, you're late, you're late, you're late comments. Now that I decided that I don't want to wait and I want to do it the week early, now I'm getting, why are you so early? How do you have the episode? What's going on? And it's like, if you follow any of the Walking Dead accounts, you should have heard about AMC Plus by now, but whatever. Which, like, I stand by what I said before about that. I think it's still a stupid format, because you can't get excited. There's no, like, collective excitedness, because everyone that's watched it on AMC Plus, nobody wants to spoil it for anyone else, right? So, like, no one's really talking much about it on social media, or, like, posting a whole lot about it on social media. But then by the time it airs a week later, everyone else will have already moved on to episode 10, so it's like, yeah, like, if you're watching these videos, then you've already seen episode 9, so I can't talk. And this will be filled with spoilers if you haven't seen the episode, but then again, if you're here, why are you here if you haven't seen the episode? But to circle back to my original point, I'm doing it because I want to, because I don't want to wait. I'm excited. It's the last season. I'm super pumped. And it's sad, because, like, it's my favourite show, and we're in the last season, so yeah, I don't want to wait anymore. So to anyone who's being a bit shitty in the comments, you know who you are. Fuck yourself. So, the episode. Oh my god, this episode had a little bit of everything, and that seems to be the general vibe across the board. Everyone just agrees that it was a solid fucking episode. It's probably one of my favourites I've seen in recent years. It had a nice balance. The main thing that sticks out to me, there's 2 things that stick out to me, the time jump and Connie. Let's just address it, okay? Because I just don't give a fuck anymore. When it comes to characters and shipping characters, whoa, people get heated. I mean, people get viciously, will kill you and then shit on your grave heated. Some people gotta just learn to chill. It's a show. The characters are fake. I get loving characters and identifying with them, or being super invested in somebody's storyline. But dude, that doesn't mean you can just attack people for having opinions. Holy Christ on a bicycle. Daryl and Connie reunion was just everything. Oh my god. My man just threw that whole box of apples right out of his life to run to her. I thought that was so sweet. I loved it. I do ship them. I think that they'd be adorable together. I love their energy. I love the way they kind of bounce off each other. I like that he lights up when he's around her and vice versa. That's what I take from that. That's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's fact. I'm saying that's how I view it. Oh, there was some people in my comments that they got real bitchy. Someone left a comment that was like, oh, it was so snarky and bitchy. It was like, oh, I wonder if Daryl and Rick reunite, and if they hug, will everyone ship them, and like scream about how much they ship them? And I was like, motherfucker, it is the last season. Just let people be happy. Probably is people out there that ship Rick and Daryl. So fucking what? Let them live. I don't even know if Rick's coming back. Anyway, I'm still holding out hope, lads. I am clinging to hope that he comes back. And Michonne. But yeah, I loved that reunion. I thought it was absolutely adorable. But like, I can see the flip side too, you know what I'm saying? I can see why people would ship Daryl and Carol together as well. You know, they're both like OG characters. We've been super like exposed to them and used to them, and we've seen them go through an awful lot. And they have had, I will give them this, Daryl and Carol have had an absolute gorgeous arc. Like, combined, the things they've been through, the things that they've talked about and discussed together, even down to little moments like when Daryl and Carol, I can't remember where they were, but you remember they were locked into like a room or a building somewhere, and Daryl had like a book about childhood trauma or about self-help or about surviving abuse in his backpack, and there was just that moment between him and Carol. Or was it the opposite way around? Did she have the book? I don't know. Either way, I just remember that episode sticking out a whole lot to me. There's obviously the whole Cherokee Rose storyline between them. They've been through a lot, so I completely understand why people ship them. I did for a while too. I just kind of take on the opinion of you know, it's been 11 seasons and it's been even longer in Walking Dead years because of all the time jumps. So, like, I just feel like if something was going to happen, it probably would have. But I completely see why people would ship them. I don't see why people attack each other and put each other down over having views on a fucking fictional character. Man, just let people like what they like. Daryl he's had such a weird progression throughout the show. He's had, like, ups and downs. He's had more ups and downs than a goddamn roller coaster. Went from being the very loud, very intense one that would just jump into frame and attack someone, to being the one who doesn't really say a whole lot, and now he's back to talking. He's had a lot of growth character-wise. I just don't want to see his character reduced solely to, is he going to get with someone and who is he going to get with? As much as I do love speculating, I love having fun with it, he's still my favourite character, you know, and I don't want to see him reduced to just one storyline. On the topic of Daryl, seeing that little time jump at the end, seeing them jump into the future a little bit, seeing him pull off the fucking helmet and be like, there. There's been a few, like, different theories floating around about that. Is Daryl doing the whole double agent thing again like he did? Motherfucker did that time and time again. He just has a knack for getting in with the other team and just blending. Dabbled a bit with the claimed group. He dabbled a bit with the saviors. Motherfucker is just like, he just keeps finding himself in these situations that I'm like, Daryl, babe, how did you get here? You see the whole double agent thing working and him maybe reporting back to Maggie. On the flip side, maybe Maggie goes off the rails and won't work with anyone, refuses to, like, partake in friendly happenings, and maybe Daryl is trying to, like, talk her down, or Daryl is trying to talk some sense into her. That was from left field. That came out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Having a huge time jump at the end of the first episode back, I was like, it's like that, is it? Maggie as well was another huge talking point of this episode. She did go a little bit Negan when she knifed the Reaper with his own reaping stick. I stand by her decision, I get it. I understand why she went after Leah and the other two, I don't remember their names. Like, we've had 11 seasons of, if you let someone go, chances are they're going to come back to bite you in the bollocks and then kill you. So in a way, it's like there's still that, like, little small, very quiet voice of reason and voice of morality in the back of my head being like, well, maybe we shouldn't do that. Maybe we should try to hear people out and try and keep the humanity a little bit. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, no, they could come back to bite you in the ass. You already know those are not trustworthy motherfuckers. Kill them. Plus, given what she's been through as well, like, we had her give that speech about what she's experienced in the time that she's been gone. It changed her. You can see that. You can see she has this absolute done with everyone's fuckery vibe to her, which is nice to see. And she's had such a huge progression as well from when she first came into the show. She's just, I don't know, she's a character that I didn't think would take this particular road, but I'm glad she did, and I'm interested to see where she ends up, what she ends up doing. I just hope they don't completely assassinate her character. I'm all for, like, having characters go on a little bit of a wobbler, you know what I mean? Have them go a little bit psycho. But at the same time, I'm like, she has been built up for so many seasons. Just don't send her completely to the dark side. There's going to be a lot of angry fans if they do. The Reaper fight was pretty cool. It was nice done. It was nice done. Speaking is my passion. The Negan and Maggie thing, lads, I don't know. I feel like I love the drama. I do love the drama. I do love the suspense between the two of them. I like that they have so much backstory that, like, when something happens to you, that it traumatizes you as bad as the Negan lineup did to Maggie. To everyone involved, but mostly to Maggie, because her fucking husband got killed in front of her. I don't know. There's a lot of working and healing you can do, but I don't know, it'll only do so much. Being faced with Negan as much as she has been, I personally don't see how she hasn't killed him yet. You can see her kind of struggle with that at times, but I don't know how the fuck we even got to this place. I personally, in fairy tale, made up land, apocalypse world, I would have taken care of him by now. And we've seen Negan kind of back and forth on it too, like he left her in the train car, but is that what they're called? Train car? Or is it just a train? We've seen him come back for her with the ding ding bell. That scene was just, it was so Negan. It was nice to see a little bit of his humour come back as well. I liked it a lot. And I don't know, maybe the only reason he did save her is because he knew he was going to fuck off, and he was like, well, I don't want her breathing down my neck, following me through the woods, trying to stab me in the fucking ankles and take me out. So maybe it was like a last hurrah, or a final peace offering, like, I'll save your ass, then I'm out of here. But we've been back and forthing with them for so long that it's like, okay, the only conceivable way this can end is one of you fucking offing the other one. because there's no way that they're going to continue to coexist and be buddies or get along ever. And I think we really saw that when the two of them went off together into the forest. So, like, I don't know, they kind of run the risk of recycling the same storyline over and over with them. So Negan leaving, I don't think he's actually gone. I think he just, like, snuck off to be by himself for a while. He'll be back. They do run the risk of recycling the same storyline. So I'm like, where are they going to go with this? Which really unnerves me, because, you know, either they keep them separate or one of them's killing the other. And I'm not really fond of losing either character. Another character that I loved this episode has been Gabe. Listen, I don't know what the fuck it is about him. I think it's that it's so unassuming when it comes to him. You never know what you're going to get with him. Are you going to get him telling you some, like, Bible stuff? Are you going to get him preaching something? Or is he just going to straight up fucking kill someone? The diversity that man has. It was interesting to get to see him talk to somebody else who is so strong in their faith, I suppose. And in a way, I think it was almost like Gabriel talking to, like, a past version of himself, you know? Go back to the man that we first met up on the rock, that terrified little person, getting to watch him struggle with his faith and his beliefs while trying also to exist in this world and do what needs to be done just to keep breathing. Seeing him talk to that guy, and there was a moment where you could see he was kind of deliberating, he was kind of thinking about it, but as soon as he heard the shit that was going down outside, he was like, alright, yeah, back to killing. I am worried sometimes that I might come across as a little bit unhinged, because, like, the versions I put up on YouTube are like 10 minutes long, just to try to keep them neat, trimmed, and try and avoid copyright. But, like, the versions I put on Patreon are half an hour ish. They're like between 20 and 25 minutes. So what you get on here is very edited, and there's a lot of stuff taken out. So Gabriel, someone left a comment and they were like, Gabriel stabs a man, Katie smiles. And I was like, yeah, that does seem a little bit psychotic, but in my defense, I was kind of rooting for him to do what needs to be done in the situation, because although your man seemed, like, really trustworthy in a way, because he had the opportunity to kill Gabriel before and he didn't. So, like, there was part of me that was like, I don't know, maybe we can trust him, maybe, I don't know. There's also part of me that was like, no, man, just kill him and continue on your way. And because Gabriel did kill him, it meant he could get up to the roof, he could take out Jensen. The only reason I remember that name is because of Jensen Ackles. All the other Reapers in that courtyard are just nameless goons 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm shit with names. So it's like the butterfly effect, you know what I'm saying? Because he went a little bit psycho with the other dude, it meant that he could save all of our people. And if Gabe hadn't done that, they wouldn't have had their little eye in the sky to look out for them, you know? Kind of like God. Gabriel just knows what needs to be done. But it's still nice to see him struggle a bit, to see him back and forth, and he's just gone ultimate badass. And there was a lot of people saying that in the comments of my reaction video. Like, a lot of people were saying, who the fucking thought that, you know, go back 4 or 5 seasons, whatever, that he would become one of, like, the most, I don't want to say ruthless, because I don't think he's there quite yet, but, like, the most level-headed, do what needs to be done, shelve your own personal feelings and your morality for a while, and just do what you gotta do. Who'd have thought that he'd become a favourite from being that dude up on the rock that was afraid of everything and that locked out his congregation. So, yeah, I'm loving Gabe. And that one scene, Call Me Gabriel, I was like, one thing I noticed, but I had to, like, go back and rewatch and zoom in, was the Daryl backpack situation. When they're up on the little looky outy podium. See, I always laugh and say that I wouldn't survive in an apocalypse, but I think I should, simply for the fact I'm a horrendous public speaker. I'm not great with words, and could you imagine me leading, like, a community? There's a group of people coming down the road. I'm like, everyone to your positions on the lucky Audi podium. We got some bitches to threaten. But it was such, like, a fast-paced scene, and there was so much going on that I could see the backpack and then not see it, and I was like, maybe that's just my brain playing tricks, I don't know. But yeah, we had a continuity error, which I don't think there has been, obviously, but I haven't noticed in the show before. But I'm glad that I was right about that and I wasn't just absolutely crazy. I mean, I am, but on this particular thing, I was right. I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing nothing. I'm skipping back to my reactions super quick. Oh yeah, Aaron doing his little pole dance in the basement. I love him, and like Gabriel, when he first came into the show, I was like, yeah, he's cool, he's alright, whatever. But now he's become this absolute, like, hardened action hero style character. And that is one of my favourite tropes in all TV or movie. Trope land. when you have like adoptive family, or you have like with the Mandalorian and the kid, or with Geralt in The Witcher and Ciri, when you have someone take on a kid and like form this bond and this connection, and they're like, I would straight up crush your skull with my hands if I had to, if you even look at my child. That's one of my favourite tropes. I think it leads for such a strong and kind of unhinged storyline, because you know that this character will do anything for their kid. In this instance, we had Aaron squish a head with his hands, with his little mace and his little hand, just under the water, and then he got up and he was like, okay, I'm good. I still don't quite understand how Daryl managed to flatten himself down to pancake style to fit in behind that little white chalkboard thing that he was chilling behind. Impressive. So we'll end it with circling back around to Daryl, because, hello. I'm letting Leah go. As much as I understand it, at the same time I'm like, dude, do you learn? She's a funny character as well, Leah, because I don't hate her. I'm not her biggest fan. I think she's an interesting character. I think that they presented her to us all wrong. We should have had more time to kind of sit with her and get used to her character, and then I think that big reveal where she turned her back on Daryl would have been so much more impactful. But having him let her go, Daryl kind of has that streak in him though, where we've seen it in the past with like Rick or whatever. Somebody will make a decision and Daryl will just kind of quietly go behind their back and be like, I'm not going to do that though. I'm going to go do my own thing. So seeing him go, find Leah and then be like, yeah, get out of here before I change my mind. That just leaves the door open for her to come back at any fucking time, which she probably will. And she's probably going to try and weasel her way back in, but like not as a bad guy, but more of a scorned lover from the past that you let live, that you didn't let die. Not exactly a relatable situation, but bear with me. I just don't want to see her come back and be like, you let me live. Wow, that's a great love I've never felt before. Can I be part of your family? Because after all the shit that she pulled, no, you can't. But that ending as well was just incredibly badass. I don't know, I really liked it. I thought it was a solid episode. It had a bit of everything, and it really did set the tone for 11B. A lot of people were saying that this episode was better than 11A, and then you have people saying that, what does that mean moving forward for the rest of 11B and 11C? I don't know, but I'm just super pumped. I'm so happy to be on the final season of my favourite show and to see it still going as strong as ever. Because like when it comes to last seasons, a lot of writers or a lot of people that you don't see on screen, anyone that's behind the show, they can kind of get lazy and it's a case of, well, it's the last season, who cares? We don't need to worry about ratings because we're not getting renewed. Who fucking cares? The final season of the 100, I'm looking at you. So it's nice to see that the love and care is still there for the show, and I'm super pumped for whatever the fuck they throw at us, unless it's a main character death, and then I'm not going to be happy. Oh my god, I just talked about the entire episode and forgot to talk about the character death. Poor fucking Alden. My man died in the church. In a way it was impactful, and in a way it wasn't, because like when we left him in the church, I think everyone kind of knew he's probably going to be fucked, you know. But I guess with the cop-out they did with the Dead Reaper that attacked Maggie as soon as she walked in the door, kind of was like, okay, well maybe he's still alive. If that's not him, maybe he's still good. But no, he's dead. What makes it even sadder too is if there was someone in the church with him, then that means they either killed him or like he died fighting. How scary and fucking lonely. He was never particularly one of my favourite characters, but again, he's kind of been there. He's been a presence in the show for seasons now. So it just sucks. It sucks, and it's like, I hate seeing anyone go. But there's the realisation that we only have 15 episodes left and then everyone's gone. They're just not going to be on the telly no more. So yeah, that is it for this chat, you guys. Let me know your thoughts down below. Even though I think a lot of you left your thoughts in the reaction video, but still, this is going to be the weekly routine. I'm going to post the reaction like I always do and then post the chat video like I always do. Because when you've seen an episode, you can't just sit down and talk about it instantly, because there's so much you need to take in, there's so much you didn't see that you need to rewatch the episode a second time afterwards. So it's like, it's just better to do the two separate, I think. The link to my Patreon is down below, where I do a whole bunch of other reactions. There's the extended Walking Dead reactions. I just finished up The Witcher Season 2. I'll be starting The Boys whenever the fuck that comes out. I think that's summer. I'm also going to be starting the new season of Peaky Blinders when it starts. But currently I'm doing things like The X-Files, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Pam and Tommy, All of Us Are Dead, Riverdale, Jessica Jones, Star Trek, Once Upon a Time, Teen Wolf, Book of Boba Fett, a whole bunch of stuff. So the link is down below, and the link to my Twitter, my Instagram is also down below if you want to follow me over there. I'm a pretty social little butterfly online. In real life, God no, I'm a hermit. But online, yeah, I'm really active on social media. Yeah, but one thing I'm just not going to stand for this season at least, is like negative shit or people taking stabs. And all along I've been a super chill person. I don't really care what other people say. If it's like negative shit, I generally don't care. But it's the last season of the show. I want to enjoy myself. I'm going to love what I love and enjoy what I enjoy. And I just don't really have time for any negative stuff anymore. So if anyone is going to get shitty or negative, I'm just going to either mute or block. I'm old, I'm aged, I can't be arsed anymore with dealing with that shit. And I never really understood stuff like that either. Not even just like specifically for me, because to be fair, my comment section is generally it's a lovely place to just go through comments, listen to people's theories, listen to people's views or whatever the fuck they want to say. People keep it really respectful and really sweet, but there's always a few bad apples. You get them everywhere. But like, I never got that. Why would you be a dick when you could just be quiet? I just never understood it. People see someone happy and they're just like, I took that personally. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful week and I will talk to you all soon.